already, they are not serious, and they want people to be serious with what they are doing. It's not possible. People want to look at you first. You are the ones that they are looking at. You are the visionary. But even you yourself that is visionary, girl, you can't. The vision is not there. So how do you want other people to buy into the vision that you don't understand yourself? So it's always very important to make sure that we understand what we want to do, and it makes other people to understand, like, buy into the vision properly. So fast forward to a few months after that, and me, I think my mouth is sweet. Is it sweet? No, it's not sweet. I think it's sweet small. But what I do is that I leverage on social media a lot. You know, that social media is like our, like, access to the world. Like, you have access to almost everywhere through social media. I'm very sure that all of us can agree with that. So I leverage more or less everywhere. Like, I built house on all the platforms. Even on dating sites, I still advertise my work. So, like, you can't say that. Yes, no. So I still make sure that I put my work out there, and storytelling was actually one of the things that helped me. You know, most of the time, people buy with emotion. When you like story, people love story, and I know how to tell story. I think I'm trying. So I try to make sure that I put stories there, like story of how I started, story of how it's impacting lives, story of somebody that particular product or that particular, it has given a job to somebody. You know, those stories actually gave us advantage. And one thing I did there, now make sure that I looked at the people that are in the industry, because I was new, like I said, and many of them do not know me. So I look at them, I follow all of them. I was not stalking them, but I followed them on TikTok, not TikTok, Twitter, ni mo ti kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. X, Twitter. So I follow them. When they now post something about something, so I will make sure that before I type comment, I will contribute something that makes sense. Because that is what they will be like, who is this person? You know, most of the time, when you want to put yourself out there in a way, not so that you don't just become a nuisance. And you just go under somebody comment post and be saying, come and buy from me. You don't even contribute to what they wrote, like about the post itself. Like, you are just out of the. But when you contribute positively to it, it just kind of attracts them to you. Like, who is this person? And from there, they'll say, what do you do? I like it. From there, someone's like, wow, I just went to your under the person's comments, and the person has so many followers, plenty followers. You know, so I just went to check your profile, and I saw what you do. Wow, what are the things? Can I see them? Immediately under that comment, I just put the pictures of the work that I do. And that's one thing, be prepared as well too. Like, if I did not have those pictures on my phone at that time, I will not be able to, like, I'll be saying, hey, I'll be coming back next time. So let us have those things prepared. So I sent it sharply. I don't even waste time to those kind of things. I just sent. So one of the things that helps us again was making sure that, aside from leveraging on social media, making sure that we apply for opportunities. Time me to pay? Okay. Give me 2 minutes. The speaker is, sorry. Making sure that I apply for opportunities. Those opportunities actually helped a lot, because, hey, no matter the impact that you have, no matter the idea you have, if you don't have money sometimes, it's running. And sometimes, if it's not making money, it's not making sense. So I look for opportunity, and thankfully for us, we got opportunities from the federal government, from some Canadian governments, from these UK governments. The one we are having at the moment now, we are empowering 1,050 women in Oyo State, Nigeria. We did the first batch graduation. Thank you. So we did the first batch graduation 2 days ago. You can check our platform. We are going to see on Planet 3R's site and on our social media platform. So we had the first set graduated. We have the commissioner around, Commissioner of Environment. We have the Youth Agency Chairman, Oyo State, and everything like that. So we are going to be starting the next cohort in the next 2 weeks. So it's actually sponsored by the UK government through Unilever. They selected 5 of us in West Africa. So a lot of opportunities there. while we are scaling, we are also empowering people. Yeah, thank you.
Please, let's put our hands together for Mrs. Adejoke Lasisi. Yeah. Please, let's put our hands together for her once again. I'm particularly excited that she's a woman. Please forgive me, but then I'm biased here. But you know the future is female. Am I right? Yes. Thank you very much. Do you agree with me? You're indifferent. You're a woman, no, better agree with me. Anyways, we want to welcome our special guest. She just walked in. Please let's put our hands together for Mrs. Temitope Okunu. She's the founder of, is it FABE or FAB? FABE, okay. She's the founder of FABE International Foundation. Please let's put our hands together for her once again. Okay, I want us to play a quick game before. By 12 o'clock, we have a speaker. He's joining us virtually. Where's Tosin? He said he'll be joining us by 12. So, okay, so let's play our game, right? Remember our game. This time, I'm going to tweak it a little. This is how we're going to play the game. We're going to tell an environmental story. The last time what we did was, I'll call a letter, and then you tell me a word, a term that is being used in environment, climate, like that. So I said P, some people said pollution, some people said planet. I said C, some people said climate, collaborate, and the rest. So now we're going to tell an environmental story. So the story can go anyhow. I'm going to come to you. You will start. For example, he will start with, I was walking on the road one day. I saw a sachet water. I saw someone drinking a sachet water. I saw him throw it on the floor. I picked it. I dropped it in the bin. We should start getting rid of environmental waste, something like that. So we're going to be telling a story, because I know that we have a lot of environmental conscious people here, people that are passionate about sustainability, circular economy. So we're going to tell a story. Are you ready for me? Don't worry. We don't have time now. We don't have time. So just one line. I was going on the road. I was coming here today. Like, the story be very interesting. We're going to create Nollywood here now. Are we ready? So you're starting also. Ensure that your starting is interesting so that we can be able to, I trust you, don't worry. Let's go.
Right. I was walking down the road.
So just pass it.
I saw a sachet Lylan.
I saw people dropping it in the river.
Then I corrected them.
Then I showed them a sample of how to keep it off the street.
Then I directed them to Planet 3R.
I corrected them that they should not throw it on the floor. That it can be used.
Directed them to Planet 3R. So what else?
Okay, I contacted the founder.
I scheduled a meeting with her.
So we received the pure water nylon to make bags. Okay, so for us, we show them where they can get more investment to make that product into a reliability product.
After they told us that they loved it.
And I took my friends to go and get some things from the recycled product.
Okay. Moya, look away.
You direct her back, please direct her back. Don't pass it. Moya, look, I told her to look back. Oh yeah.
I directed her back to Nigeria Climate Innovation Center.
And I'm ready to take up the bag free of charges.
I introduced the bag to the UN.
I love it. Let's put our hands together for ourselves. Guess what? We finished 12. Sorry. These are my people. Okay. Well, she has given it to UN. Okay, let's see if he has a better closure for us. Let's go. Okay.
And that's the end of the eco-conscious story.
I love it. Okay, so I was about to say that we finished 12 on the dot. Tosin, is it ready for us? 2 minutes, K. I see we are. Okay. All right. So let me think of something else. Okay, now let's do, we talked about the letters earlier and we did P and C, right? So let's do W. W. Let's go.
Wealth. Wealth. Wealth.
Wow. Yeah.
Waste.
Water.
Word. Word.
Wow.
I don't even know what to say.
Don't worry now. We are very smart here. I'm very sure. See how we created that
Okay.
cinema movie now.
Waste management.
Waste management. Okay, there's waste management.
Wind.
Wind. Yeah.
Wins. Win, like win. Winning. Yeah.
Weaving techniques. Weaving techniques.
Weaving techniques, beautiful for girls.
Water I sent. I sent.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Who stuff that inside the water, right? Those creative things.
Weather. Weather.
Willpower.
Willpower. Okay, let's hear that specialty.
Women.
Wind turbine.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Weigh. Weighing. To weigh the materials that comes in it. The weighing, yeah.
No, it's not true. There's something else.
Okay. Wellness.
Wellness. Come on, it's part of it. When we manage the environment well, we're all, well and happy. Sir, you're next. You ran away, you're back. W words, yes.
And it must be within the environment.
Yeah, environment, climate, sustainability,
Water.
a lot of it.
That's it. How about wind?
Yeah, as we said. Even wind turbine.
Okay.
I'll come back to you, John. Wow, yeah, wow, okay.
Yeah, after you
Wow. Like, wow, right? When okay, when the ozone layer stops depleting and the rest, wow. Okay, great. Okay, that works. Yeah, you called me the last time. Now I'm coming to you. W. Maybe you say Wamasi.
Okay. Wisa class.
You said what do you say? What I didn't hear.
Wisa class.
Okay, we side class. Okay. Now I know that it's a company, right? Me. I'm not saying. I'm the MC. How? How is Wole party? I should not take it like that. Let me not think it too much. It's okay. Let's put our hands together for ourselves. Wow. Like I said, we are very smart here. See how we shared that story. From seeing someone picking the pure water nylon on the floor to taking the person to, what's the company again? Planetary R, to also getting the UN involved in it. And that's how we blow. So very soon the UN is calling on, even if they have not even called on you already. Tosi, is he available? He's on now, okay. He's on. Okay, please can we project him? So we're having a speaker that's going to be giving his goodwill speech or a presentation. His name is Lucimanadio Simao. He's the research, media, and partnership lead for Cityscope Africa, and he will be speaking in a bit. I'm going to be reading his profile before he comes up. Tosin, please let me know when he's ready. Okay, I can't find his profile here. I don't think his profile was part of this. But anyways, just have it at the back of your mind that he is the research, media, and partnership lead for Cityscope Africa. Hi! How are you doing today? Can you hear me? Hi, you're welcome. Yeah, we're so happy to see you. You can go ahead, please. I think we need sound. Hi, please hold on a bit. Okay, cool. Can everyone hear him now? Can we hear him? Please speak on. Go ahead. Yeah, clearly.
Cityscope Africa is all about. So, by the way, Professor Media is one of the biggest partners of Cityscope Africa, which is my company based here in South Africa, and myself as the head of research, media, and partnership development. That's I mean, it's a pleasure for me to be part of such a wonderful team. And thank you very much to Olua and to John for such an opportunity to be speaking to all of you on the other side. Well, Cityscope Africa is the organization that we all have dreamed for, or dreamed about, to come and bring that light that was not in the space of the circular economy and sustainable development space. I believe that, with Cityscope Africa, we are able to reach to many and many other people across the continent to give to give them that awareness about the importance of not just going green, but also the importance of being part of this work. Okay, importance of being part of this change of what we call today the Africa that we want. There is no way for us to be or to have the Africa that we want if we are not putting hands together and push towards that same objective. There is a say that says there is not just transition if the community is not part of it. And within the circular economy, Cityscope is doing the job of ensuring that the community is part of the change. Within this space, we want everyone, and I welcome all of you in this amazing and wonderful event. And for those who are actually gonna get awards tonight, this afternoon, congratulations to the amazing work that you have been putting for the community and for Africa and empowering the circular economy, not just in Nigeria, but also all across the continent. Congratulations to all of you that even put this event together for us to be part of and join at this time. So my last word, I don't want to take much of your time because I want you guys to enjoy yourselves that side. I wish I was there, but my last words are be the first supporter of Cityscope Africa. Cityscope Africa is open to distributors currently. We have opened an amazing opportunity out there for every entrepreneur that are in a distribution space. If you would like to distribute Cityscope magazine, printed magazines, please get in touch with the team that is in Nigeria. There is a huge benefit and a huge opportunity that you can tap into by becoming a distributor of Cityscope printed magazine, right? And the best part is that looking at all that, just Nigeria on its own, you won't find a magazine that is solely focused on empowering the circular economy and promoting sustainable development initiatives within Nigeria. And taking that outside the country, which is Nigeria, there's even much opportunity. So from wherever you come from, if you are in Nigeria, if you are from other parts of Africa and you would like to become one of our distributors, please get in touch with the team that is in Nigeria. We would love to work with everyone to ensure that the Africa we want is truly the Africa that we want. So thank you and keep on enjoying your time. Back to you, moderator.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Simao. We really appreciate you. Thank you for sharing everything you've shared. And I think it's saying, right, it's encouraging us to be part of Cityscope Africa, right? Support us, support the magazine, and support the program. Let's put our hands together for him once again. Ah, come on now. Okay, so we're going to be launching the Cityscope magazine very soon, but please won't take questions and answers. So, because I know we've had a lot of speeches, presentations, and all of that. Okay, We've had a lot of speeches and all of that today. I know some people have questions. Before we go into the magazine unveiling, I think it's just nice that we ask questions so that we can answer, because by the time we unveil the magazine, I'm sure that like, oh, this magazine is fine. Before you know, they've forgotten their questions. And yes, it's why we are here, but then we also want to take questions. We also want to take feedback, to hear from what you've learned. If you have any questions, our speakers are still here. They're ready to take it. We just have like 5 to 10 minutes for that before we quickly go to our magazine unveiling them, before we move to our awards ceremony. Is that fine? Do you have questions? Questions from the secular economy, questions from when Mr. Anjorin spoke as well, questions from our cinema movie. Questions, just give us, okay, you have a question, please stand up, come. Let me bring the mic. And also tell us who you're addressing the question to.
Question is for the second speaker, the man from Guinness. So I have an information that is important to me. My question, when you acknowledge that Nigerians are very intelligent, then you mentioned that 75%, when you were talking about the skill gap, skill development, you said 75% of companies in Nigeria are run by Indians, or is it that 75% of Indians manage companies in Nigeria? I need clarity in that. Where is the data tilting? Is it on the companies?
All right. So I said 75% of, more than 75% is actually being conservative. It's really close to 90%.
Indians.
Run by Indians, yes. Okay. Manufacturing companies.
Okay, so 5%
Manufacturing, yes.
companies in Nigeria.
Yes, across. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that put our hands together for them? Thank you. Any other question? Any other question? Going.
So, I think for me, tipping that scale really, is really around selling the good news. I will use the word selling the good news, because I think if I'm even looking at from a skill perspective, this is even going down to artisans. You see carpenters, welders, mechanics, even tailors struggling to get people that want to learn at young ages. What you get in Nigeria now is people who have probably gone to university, come out, look for work. After some time, they don't find, and they go and try to learn maybe something around artisans. So I think there has been some loss of confidence by a lot of young people who believe that education is not actually giving what it's supposed to give, because the dream of education is to be able to finish school, get work, and be able to at least survive. But I think there has been a loss of confidence. So I think selling the good news as professionals would be for people who have been able to at least be successful in their career. They can act as mentors for people who are upcoming, and also for the third speaker who spoke around how she was able to build her company. She's an employer of labor, so I think we need to tell her thank you very much. So for people who have been able to stay maybe 20, 25 years in companies, we should also encourage them to try and set up small manufacturing companies here and there to try and take in people. So it's really like I said, telling the good news, mentorship, and making people actually believe in the educational system again, to ensure that once they learn, they would be able to achieve. But for now, I think a loss of confidence. That's what's causing it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Debbie, for bringing that up, because I think very important. We need to tell our stories. And I love when she said social media, and I'm like, girl, that's it. A lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm very conservative. I don't like to share my wins. But come on, if you don't talk about it, no one will know you, right? Because when you share your story and you're very visible, you can amplify your impact. And people can be like, wow, if somebody in Nigeria can actually have this big company, running this manufacturing company, then I can do it. People are just waiting for other people to do it. Some people are not just bold enough. They're like, let me just see one person. And when they see one person, they're like, okay, I think I can as well, right? So if we are doing it, then let's amplify. Let's be there. Let's be visible. Because today we're talking about environment, and I'm seeing these faces. I know that there are a lot of other people that are in this space, but they're not here today. And I will not even say I see them share stories as much as the tech guys do. Everywhere, when you open your LinkedIn, you see these people have raised $1 million fund. This so and so tech company, this so and so training tech company, on software development, on product management. You rarely see people talk about the environmental space. And it's a gold mine, that it's a gift that keeps giving. Because a lot of people are getting a lot of grants, but they're not talking about it. I don't know if it's gatekeeping, I don't know. But then we need to share our stories. And I hope that when we leave here today, whatever we're doing, we keep talking about it, sharing it, inviting other people to join us, to push this narrative, because it's something that is doable. Because think about, how can 90% of Indians be running our Nigeria company? Come on, I was not sure. I was like, wait, you did say 90. It's worrisome, but then we move. We believe that we'll get better. You want to ask a question? Please go ahead. Okay, 2 of you. Okay, so let's take the both questions. So we'll just answer it in a lump sum, because we're looking at time and we must not exceed time.
Thank you so much. Babatunde Adebayo by name, from Eco Circular Solution Provider Limited. I'm not certain about the percentage or the figure with regards to what he mentions regarding Indian company taking charges of our manufacturing industry, but I can affirm and say yes. But I'm not sure of the figure. I can say yes, for sure, yes. I deals in manufacturing that require purchase of raw materials. And the main people I compete with now, even in my pitch deck now, if I had to convince you, I won't even talk about my competitor in terms of my final product, which is the ceiling ties or the floor ties. I would rather talk about my competitors, which are Indians. Now, there is need for regulatory body to really assist. I think the problem we are facing in the country is about having a policy but not having it implemented. I know very well from what I've been taught in the industry in the past 7 years, when it comes to value chain. It was stated that along the value chain we have so many players. In terms of waste management, we have waste pickers, we have aggregators, we have those ones that run a kind of processing it in a little way before when it gets to flask. I'm talking of plastic value chain, before it's being taken to another off-takers who then process them into yarns or final product. But you see, this is just in context. It's not in reality. As producer, regulator, everybody is mixed up now. Indian people are funding people to go into the field and buy raw material. We Nigerian-based company, small businesses that are just coming up, they even trying to kill us from the point of raw material, not to talk of the final product. When I can afford to buy a waste paper for 100 naira per kg, and they came and bought it at the rate of 200 naira per kg, they've already added 100 naira to my overhead cost. Now, what I'm saying, aside policy, is issue of machineries. The best thing the country can offer us at this very moment is to invest more when it comes to machineries, which I will group under infrastructure. The best they can offer us is to have the machineries to lay hands on. Imagine at this era that you want to have a block for a building and you are still carrying mud, and you require at least 3 people to work perfectly well. If you are molding a block, at least you have a mixer and you have 2 people that will carry the mold. These 3 people are not available in terms of human resources again. As he has said, it's Yahoo, so we already know. But now, Yahoo is trending. They are making their heads way in terms of these online issues. Good. But what of the people that are now willing and ready to be smart with what they are doing? There is no machinery. You don't have human capital. You don't have machinery. So what else? You have to either quit or join them. So in essence, what I'm saying is, I know in the room we have people that dialogue with the government sometimes, talk to them. When they are implementing the value chain, they also look into machineries. We lack machinery in this country, and that's what gives them edge in India and China. I've been struggling with machine for over 4 years now, trying to scale my business. I cannot afford to buy 255 million naira machine if I'm to import into the country. There is no investor that will not count my traction to see if he's able to lay down 250 million naira for me. But the little machine I need to gain that traction, I can't gain it with human labor. The little effort that I need in terms of machine, maybe a medium size, to gain that traction and prove to you that I've produced this so, I've said this so, I've made this so, it's not available. So that is where the problem is. And these people have it over there, they will bring it down. Before we know it, what we are doing 100, they are doing 10,000, and they are pushing in the market. And the more they produce, the more they are able to reduce their cost, and that's how they cash out of the market. So I hope we are able to communicate this over and over again so that it sinks into our leaders to really see into what is going on in the industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your submission. Thank you very much. And that's why we're here, to discuss about all of these issues, see how we can, bring about solutions to them. Thank you very much, please.
Good day, everyone. My name is Amidu Mohamed. I'm the founder of Plastic Build Creative Solutions. What we do is quite simple. We transform waste into functional products, like scrap tires, fabric waste, into functional products like green furnitures, footwears, and more. So, while I came in when he was talking about backward integration, it was a very interesting topic. And there was an incubation I attended late last year by Channels Television, Fund It Forward. We're taking an in-depth course on supply chain, what's it called? Development and all of that. So one thing about that area is that if you want to manage your own supply chain yourself, two things will happen, and two people will be impacted. The person who was managing that part of the supply chain before you decided to take over it moves out of the business, except if it's innovative to get another source. And you that you are taking charge of that area of the supply chain, the fact that you want to take over it at that moment, the initial cost of that time might even up to be like, exactly. Not to even talk the Nigerian, doing business is difficult. Doing it in Nigeria is harder. Doing it in Lagos. So you understand what I'm talking about. Let me give an example. Let me give an example. Like this footwear now. Originally, if they want to make the footwear using their, should I call it forward integration process, they would use leather and other, Marco products and all of that to produce it. Then I now went to meet those local artisans. Hey guys, I need you to produce slippers for me, but I don't want you to use leather or any of those of your materials. They're like, what do you want me to use? Say you should use tire. I said, how can we use tire? Are you taking us back or forward? You understand? So I actually hammered it on them that they must use it. So the first one they did looked like a roundabout. Like it was really not exactly, the shape was funny. It was funny. And I did some research and I discovered that it was actually the steel rings in those tires that made it to have that shape. So after I was able to remove those steel rings, you understand, then that, it not even work completely. It was still heavy. I was even thinking that, okay, the customers would think that the slippers is thick, they would like it. Oh, that was in my head. They were like, this Amidu, if I walk from here to here, I'm tired. Exactly. So I needed to, do more in terms of research and development to make it more lighter. So, backward integration, you need to do a lot of investment in terms of research. So sometimes people say they've been giving you grants and we have not even seen what you have put up. What we actually invest those grants in is not what you see when you see us on the screen. Most times is what we do in the lab. My brother here now, you can't even ask him what he has spent in terms of laboratory research. You understand? So, Now, when we want to now start producing this product now, for now, the cost of production is around 7,000 naira. Cost of production as of 2024. 7,000 naira. And I decided to sell at, then I was selling at 10,000 naira. Just a 30% margin. You understand? Then, and I said, okay, cost of production has increased. We want to stop using nylons. And I thought of paper packaging. Get these cartons, work with those guys in Shomolu that craft cartons. Okay, I'm going to be getting you the used cartons. Use these used cartons to craft these boxes. Do you understand? So we can make even the packaging sustainable. Definitely the cost would increase. And now, people say, Amidu, you are using tires. Why should it even be up to 5,000? You get? So people have this mentality that because it is sustainability, because it is waste, it should be cheap. But that's even the more reason why money will go further, because you have to invest in research to see how you can transform what you have tagged as waste to now be something valuable. And again, the level of eco-consumerism in Nigeria at the moment is just below 35%. It's not even up to 35%. And still, we are getting a lot of pressure. I mean, you continue what you are, continue. And we have to continue because it is what we have signed up for. The government said they will support us, but it's supporting paper, that's just the word. If it's not that we have leaders in the industry like Adejoke and others who were seen at the front and we're like, definitely we're going to get there. We can do it. Sometimes it's not feeling like we can do it, sincerely. So what I just want to say is, as environmental, people that are interested in environment, please, let's try to boost our interest in eco-consumerism products. We are producing these things not for ourselves. We can't wear all the shoes that we have produced. I have produced over 500. Me, myself, I can't wear 10. Not even at a time. In a year, I can't even wear 10. So please, support us. Try to explain to people why our cost is what it is. And we, on our end, will continue doing our best to cut down the cost. If we're able to get
all of that, don't be discouraged is what I would say. Yeah, continue doing your thing. I think you should latch on to the inspiration from this lady here who has done something from pure water nylon. And there's a learning that I want you guys to pick from her. And that learning is around the purchasing through sentimental attachment. Cost is a driver of purchase everywhere you go. So people look for things that, which is the cheapest. However, if you have a product and you're able to sell an emotional part to say, if you buy these slippers, 10% of the cost of these slippers is going to motherless babies. Somebody who is an orphan might pay extra because the person has connected that, when I was in the orphanage, 10% is going to road construction, that kind of thing. So latch onto the emotional part of people to sell your products, because honestly, if your products are a little bit more expensive, the tendency for people to spend more, you have to give that value. I just want you to say that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sunday, please.
Okay, so I want to just make a concern to what he said the last time now. And I think we should get this very clear. Backward integration is not for startups. It's for the big guys who have stuffs already, because it involves, I think at the point when I was doing about it involves a lot of money. Like not 1 million, 5 million. It's guys who are doing 1 billion, 20 billion, who do not care about profit in the next 10, 15 years. And I think at the point I read about Dangote, when they went into the sugar backward integration, it took them almost 10, 15 years, no profit. or they're not just doing just manufacturing. But they know that if they're able to achieve that policy in the long run, they're going to make on the 1,000% of that money as time goes on. It's a matter of time, because at that point now, what it does for them is they're very few. I think they're just two in Nigeria: Dangote and Golden Penny Sugar and Boa Sugar. Boa was even a lot of problem, because last time when Boa entered the last 2 years, they gave Boa a lot of issue. Thank God he was a rich guy too. If not, it couldn't have been easy for him to even say, because at that point they told him that his sugar factory was for export, not for this country. That it was only Dangote Sugar and Golden Penny, they have that line. And again too, back when we come with government license too, because government has to be involved. So government give a lot of incentives to allow them to do those things. So please, back on the show is not for the people who are still coming up. It's for guys who are big, who are doing fine, who have that kind of money. Unless you have the government saying, okay, fine, I want you to do this. That means government will have to provide those incentives in kind of cash, money, and policy to support that sector. If not that, please, it's not for everybody. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll quickly just contribute to this. I'll very quickly contribute to it. So I would say that it's in line with what we have been saying. We have to continue to advocate for government to support local manufacturing, local production. We have to continue advocating because, like I said, in other places, that's how they do it. That's how they encourage local production. And then, of course, for the entrepreneurs, I would say that we should always look at the low-hanging fruits. In terms of what are the smallest things that we can get to do with the little resources that we have. Of course, I know that the people in this room, the entrepreneurs, the innovators, and I call them champions. They are champions. That's just a word. So I would say that they know this already and they are doing it. I'll just say that they should keep up the good work. Eventually, like we said, we have to be, we have to look at the long-term vision. We have to be people who look at the 15, 20 years, and that's how we can, eventually scale and then get to the point that we want. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, let's put our hands together for ourselves. Okay, so in this, we've been here since morning, and I just feel like this is my best session. Who feels the same way? I just feel like this is where all of us were able to talk, ask questions, respond to questions, and just brainstorm together and at least get some. I've learned a lot from what he's talked about from backward integration. I've never heard it in my life. I think he said something about eco-consumerism. I've never heard it. I've learned it today. So I want us as environmental champions, like he called us, from today, let's share these stories. A lot of people are not aware of this. I'm here like, what? And I'm someone that consume a lot of information. I've never seen anything like eco-consumerism. And I'm sure that a lot of young people in my space, they are not even, like, they are not well educated. So I want us to take it as a point of duty from today, that every week, you put out a content that would educate people on what the environment is saying, what sustainability means, what the circular economy is saying. You don't have to wait for anybody. You have a platform. Use it well. Do Instagram lives. Invite John, he would come. Invite Mr. Anjorin, he would come. Invite Sunday. Invite the person that is working. I didn't get your name. Is it Amid? Amidu. Invite him. Let him come and talk. Mr. John, for the magazine unveiling. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. A round of applause for yourselves, please. You've been far too kind. Thank you. Okay, so I had asked earlier if we know why we're here. Can anybody just tell us why we're here? To unveil something. Oh, okay. To unveil something. Okay, fantastic. We're here to unveil something very important. Very, very important. I often think that, I think I was having a conversation with my friend and colleague that a lot of times materials that have to do with writing, reading articles and all, they are really underappreciated these days. Do we agree? Just think about it for a second. A lot of times you would prefer to maybe watch a 2-minute video. You look at the video, look at the timestamp, you just conclude, it's too long, I prefer something short and snippy. Rather than, now think of it in terms of even reading materials. But regardless of that, will we say we will not produce these things? No. we'll still produce them. Why? Because, it's worth it to have something that lasts longer than just the instant. And that said, it's my privilege to introduce Mr. John. He is the founder and visionary of Cityscope Africa, and they've been doing a fantastic job over the years. And today he's going to be unveiling a very, very special edition of the magazine. Please, Mr. John, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. For brevity of time, I'm not going to bore us with environmental media collectivism. Mrs. Temitope, you remember that? All right. Yeah, collectivism is about what she just mentioned. Let's keep amplifying these messages. Let's put out the content out there. It's just a big word to mean what should be environmental media activists online. And of course, take it up beyond the online space. Mrs. The globe-trotting Mrs. Adejoke Lasisi, who has traveled almost all over the world, will also attest that Ibadan girl, who is now a globe-trotter, woman. Okay, so I will not, because of our time, we have a 64-page magazine. And you would not believe this, that we run many of these things almost with little or no budget. We don't get as much as sponsorship that we want. And I'm always careful to say launching of magazine because it will scare people away. So let's just sound mild and say unveiling. So that will put you in a soft spot position of free will. So we don't have to put the gun or the knife on anybody's head. But most sincerely speaking, we need support so that this will continue. This is our 13th edition over the years. And we don't want it to stop just like that. We want Mrs. Temitope Okunu to invite us for programs, to partner, introduce us to mention our names where it matters, to United Nations. By the way, you are doing a very beautiful job with the Echo Schools, and I've been following that passionately. And I want to make bold to state that if you need us to come up with some partnerships, yes, we'll be very willing and glad to be part of that very beautiful initiative. Well done, ma. A round of applause for her. And a lot of people in this space doing beautiful things. We have Junkyard. Junkyard, yes. It's keep my mind. I know him as Junkyard, actually. But I can't put name to that specific generic to the brand. I delivered a paper to Nezra some times ago, about recycling in the sense of media collectivism. And Junkyard happened to be one of my case studies. Of course, alongside similar hubs like Packham and so on and so forth. We have a lot of people doing great and mighty things. So I don't want to waste our time. Let the ushers share the magazine. Just share to everybody. Whether they are willing to support or not, it will not matter again. Thank you. So please, that's the account details on the screen. If you want to support us, just free will donation, so that this dream will continue. We have a lot of editorial from business to tourism, entrepreneurship, and lately environmental sustainability. The business of environment. I was at Lagos Business School, for a fellowship program, I think for 3 months, and I understood the business of environment like never before. I thought I was a regulator, with one of the government agencies. When I got to Lagos Business School, I knew we are just starting. We are just starting where I work. So Yeah. We have editorials around a lot of things, so you can always go through. Yes, and we cover events. We cover events around, the environment. So if you have your event, you can always inform them. So I think, the cover personality should be here. The cover personality, that's Feikemi, Egbeyemi. But Nigeria Nigeria happened to her briefly. Even though we are still expecting her, I don't know if she'll still be with us. But summarily, our website is www.cityscopeafrica.com, and we tag ourselves as a Secular Economy Award-winning media company because, of course, we've won about 3 awards to our credit at the moment. So that will be all for now. We have a lot of audience online. Probably that's why we have attendance here. But let's keep this going, and we know someday and very soon, the Nigeria and Africa of our dreams will achieve it in our own very lifetime, with immense responsibility to the environment in whatever we do. Thank you for coming. God bless you all.
Let's put our hands together for the reason why we are here. Mr. John Fatomi, a.k.a. J Gold. Do you know he's J Gold? Do you know? Oh, now you know. If you don't know before, now you know. Okay, so we're going quickly to our award session, and I'm going to be calling Mr. John back, or who is giving the awards? The awards. Please. Okay, so to present the awards, I'll be calling on Anthony Theodore from the Lagos Business School. Please let's put our hands together for him. He's been sitting there very quietly, like watching, I'm not in for all the shenanigans. I'm sorry, we have to call you out. Let's put our hands together for him once again. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to be calling the awardees in a bit. I'm going to be handing over the mic to my co-host while she handles this. Is that your sleep? Okay, let me help. I'll hold it.
Okay, thank you very much. And there's something that they say in my place where they say that if you have done well, people will recognize you one way or the other. And today we are recognizing a couple of people. Of course, everybody here deserves an award, honestly, for being here. It shows a commitment to the message that we are preaching. But then there are some people who have showed consistency over the years, that it's only, good that we do this now. This is just a small token from our end. The first person that we're going to be, awarding today is the visionary woman. Because I have read her profile already, I'm not going to read it again. But then we all know her very well. Madam Adejoke Lasisi, celebrate you today for your contribution, You're one of the pioneers, I would say, of pure water recycling. Okay. Please, a round of applause once again. Thank you so much, ma'am. Have you gotten your shot? No. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Please, a round of applause once again. Okay, so we're also going to be recognizing the efforts of another interesting gentleman that I've come to know and appreciate his efforts and contributions. I think one of the unique things I liked when I got to know him was that he was quite innovative. He was working with paper waste and, transforming this paper waste into ceiling tiles. And there is a way that he talks about what he does with so much conviction that you cannot help but just, I don't want to say fall in love. You can't help but buy the products and support what he's doing. That person is Mr. Babatunde Adebayo. Mr. Babatunde Adebayo is a certified social entrepreneur and advocate for sustainability development goals, particularly focused on promoting circular economy. And as the founder of Eco-Secular Solutions Provider Limited, he's an award-winning, so this award is not even the first one. He's an award-winning social enterprise, and he tackles environmental challenges, SDG 13, while advocating and advancing SDGs 1, 4, 8, 9, and 11. Please, a round of applause once again for him. Thank you so much for what you do. Okay. Thank you. Okay, very quickly, we're going to be recognizing another gentleman today, the person of Mr. Obaloluwa Dairo. Obaloluwa is the lead venture and policy development for Circular Economy Innovation Partnership and the Circular Business Platform. He has a strong focus on circular economy venture building. Not only that, he has a diverse background in communications and brand management, and he has successfully led and contributed to various initiatives in the circular economy space. He is an amazing person. I have the privilege of working with him, and he has a lot to contribute to this space. Thank you so much for your efforts so far. Thank you. Okay, we're going to do a bit of gender balancing now, because now I have to balance these things. And it's my privilege to call her a fantastic person. She's a trailblazer in environmental education, health and sustainability advocacy. She's passionate about designing, developing, and implementing programs that support women and young people to live and adopt a sustainable lifestyle using circular economy practices. She stands as a driving force for environmental advocacy and education through her role as the founder of FABE International Foundation, a non-profit environmental health and sustainability agency organized and also passionate about establishing and improving an eco-conscious generation. This is the second time we're hearing that today. Committed and dedicated to promoting climate change and environmental education, conservation, restoration, sustainability, and the protection of the environment by addressing the impact of climate change. I would like you to join me as we welcome Madam Temitokpe Okunde. She's a fantastic personality, and her work speaks for her. Thank you so much, Ma, for all that you do. It's a privilege to award you today. Yes, she's looking so lovely. Oh, thank you so much for all that you do, ma'am. Okay, so we are also going to be recognizing another very important personality today. Unfortunately, he is not here, but he is ably represented by someone who has been fantastic, teaching us about this supply chain development. I think that was my biggest lecture. No offense, Oba. I know about circular business models already, but learning about supply chain today has been like very pivotal for me. This award goes to Engineer Aderemi Adewuye. He is a distinguished of experience in operations and sustainability management and is renowned for his exceptional leadership and commitment to sustainability initiatives. However, today he is represented by Mr. Akintunde, and we all agree he has been a fantastic person to us today. Please, a round of applause as we honor him with this as well. Thank you so much. Okay. We have one more award to present today. I think somehow we actually achieved this gender balance thing. Okay, so the last person that we're going to be giving an award to, unfortunately she is not present, but she sends her regards, is the person of Dr. Natalie Benish. She is the Executive Director, Secular Economy Innovation Partnership in Lagos, and focuses on research advocacy programming to promote secular economy, business, and investment in Nigeria. She is also a fantastic personality who is a key champion in pushing secular business initiatives forward. She is represented by Obaloluwa Dairo, and we are so happy to be able to present her this award. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this. Okay, yes. Okay, so we would like all the awardees to come forward to take a group photograph. You could come forward with your awards, please. And thank you so much, Mr. Anthony, for this. Please, you still stay for the pictures. Let's just quickly take a photograph and then we move to the next order of things. Do we need to move this? Oh, it's fine. Okay. We need to move this. Sorry.
that's my kind of healing. Sexual, give me all of yours. So make you fall into my wingspan. So make I take you higher for the moment. You know, if anybody can, baby, we can.
So I love to say a very big congratulations to all our awardees. Thank you for all you do for the earth. Thank you for all you do for the environment. Thank you for all you do for Nigeria and the world. So we're going to be taking our vote of thanks now. I'm going to be calling on Tomisi, vote of thanks. Please don't go home yet. We're going to be taking a picture. We're going to be taking a group photograph, please. We'll just take the vote of thanks now. We'll do a group photograph, and we're good. You see that we kept the time. Thank you very much, so please.
Hello, everyone. I want to say thank you. Once again, I want to appreciate you for taking the time out. I want to say congratulations to Reals or Eco Gladiators, as we call them. You know, you guys are doing amazing things, and it's good that we have this spotlight on you once in a while. And we hope that even as we bring everything together, we hope that we'll be able to connect, we'll be able to make things work together for each of us, we'll be able to lift ourselves up, even as we progress outside. Please, like I said earlier on, I said let us ensure that we are able to connect. Let us ensure that even as we round up everything, get somebody's contacts, get to know about somebody. Not just about, let me have your phone number, but more about the person so that you can know how the person can impact you, and you can also know how you can influence the other person. So from us at Cityscope Africa Media Limited, we want to say a big thank you for coming around. Thank you for taking the time out of your free Saturday to come grace us with your presence. And we hope that by next time we call, you'll be able to answer. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Hi everyone, as we were seated today, as we're seated and we're about to close, an angelic woman just walked in. A very important personality. If you turn to the first page or the front page of your magazine, you'll see her sitting pretty. Please let's put our hands together for her. I'm sure that she made it out of all odds to be here. I know that she had to pull herself from wherever she was to come here today. Thank you so much, ma, for coming and for, being here with us. Please just say something to us.
Good afternoon, everybody. Apologies, don't mind my regalia. I had a wedding in Abeokuta. He called me. He didn't remind me last night. So I'm chairperson for another one in Ikeja here, so in between. But I just got to come here. And thank you for coming to my place. Good job that you people are doing, and I got to commend everybody. It's quite a tough business, very tough word there, but there's a lot that all of us can do. But one thing I keep telling other aggregators is that we have to pull our energies together for us to be impactful. Or else if you do it in your silos, everybody doing it in silos, you can't do much, believe me sincerely. It's too it's too expensive. Recycling is an expensive business. If anybody tell you otherwise, they're lying. Very, very expensive, not only in terms of funds, in terms of energy and everything. In fact, if you're in this business, you find out that you don't have a life again. Is this thing you are thinking, one thing or the other, something comes up and everything. So I want to urge all of us that, we find a way to put strength together. What is your strength? What is my strength? Then we synergize and then be able to push out. Nigeria is in pursuit of, making a lot of, a lot of noise globally. We have the population. We have all it takes. We are intelligent. We are ingenious. But if we don't work together, because that's the only problem we have, if we learn to work together and synergize, 2-3 good companies coming together, technology companies coming together, they are different entities, but they can synergize and say, this is the area I'm concentrating on. And so if any funding or grant comes, they can't do away with any one of us. Somehow, somewhere, it will trickle down. We tend to forget that we said this eco-circular. It means that somehow everybody is in the chain and in the loop. Today, I can tell you that many people in the PET business are not making money. And why? Because the Korea, and I will say it anywhere where they are, and the Chinese, they gather together to become a force, and they are dictating the pricing, which is killing the business. And so, and there is pushing a lot of us out of business. Tell me, 4 or 5 years when I came into this business, I know the number. Today, how many people are there? Except for tech people, except for, techpreneur, I call them like that. They speak a lot at different fora, but there's nothing on ground to show. And they are the one getting the grant, unfortunately. People like me that are not, they are doing the work, we are not. I talk a lot, I like speaking. If you are giving me the chance when I could get bored. But the truth of the matter is, synergize energy. Look for sustainable partnership. Look for those that can assist you to get better at where you are. And speak up. One of the ways we are losing out energy and losing focus is because many of us are not talking to ourselves. Truly, truly. Where my strength lies, some people cannot. When some people come by and say, look, forget it, you will lose money. And they say, why? And I'll bring out my chalk. Every day, I have a board in my office or wherever I go, and I tell them, this, you will lose money. But a lot of us don't even know how to churn out the figures. We don't know how to calculate. And you see people bringing hundreds of millions into the business, 2, 3 years down the line, they run back. And they said it's a bad business. It is not. It is because of understanding. You know, this Nigerian thing of quick syndrome, there's money in that thing. You lose out and not the rest. So I don't want to bore you. Thank you all for coming. And thank you, John, even though I will cane you afterwards.
Thank you very much. Please hold on, ma. Hold on, ma. He's going to be presenting an award to you.
So, Madam, on behalf of Cityscope Africa, we want to present this special recognition award to you. As the founder of JDSL, I beg your pardon, on the 29th day of March 2025, in recognition of your immense commitment to building an environmentally conscious business ecosystem and all society for sustainable development in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Princess Feyikemi Egbeyemi.
All right, so we'll be. Oh, good afternoon. Okay, good.
All right, so our special guest appearances they're just coming in at this time, you know. So we understand the peculiarity of Lagos. A lot of them are coming from several other events, and they're here. So there's somebody we want to recognize.
Go back to the US tomorrow with my husband, and I told him I had to wait. So we've been doing a lot of running around. Sorry I'm late. I told him before that I'm going to be late. My sincere apologies to everyone. Sorry.
All right, so we are closing, and just very quickly, I want to appreciate somebody who was very, very there to this company. She's a pillar of support to us, and we cannot thank her enough. If it's money, she has all the monies in this life. If I know she's going to scold me after this, I know, and I'm doing this deliberately. Anyways, but very most sincerely and frankly speaking, I want to appreciate her. Can't appreciate her enough for her activities in recognition of her immense support to Cityscope Africa activities and commitment to circular economy and sustainable development initiatives for environmental sustainability and business ecosystem in Nigeria, regional social impact in Africa, and for collective global good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the investiture of Mrs. Margaret Dara Oshodi, Mama Africa in Bokodo, founder D Nigeria Limited, as the Grand Matron of Cityscope Africa. Please welcome her. Keep clapping. It's plenty. She doesn't like the spotlight anyway.
Thank you for the opportunity. Though I hate the spotlight, but I like the business projection part of it. What I was going to say is that we need to pull each other together. And everybody is important in this affair. Never look down on anybody that maybe they are not up to the task or whatever. And I'm going to tell you a little bit story because it's important. Some time ago in Belgium, we wanted to go back to our hotel after the Israel World Congress. We couldn't find our way. Some people said, oh, I know the way. You know, it's just 5 minutes drive away and all that. I remembered a particular girl that was laughing, always laughing loud. She said she knows her way. But we continued walking for so long. Then I said, you know what? I'm not walking again. I'm going to take a taxi. We took a taxi and we left. That girl is Zoe Lewinsky. Later on, she introduced me to Wasted UK. Later on, Wasted UK introduced me to Accanton Trust. Accanton Trust invited me to the Sandele Eco Resort to see how things are done. So all I'm saying is that you never know where you're going to meet anybody. You never know what influence. I did not pay a kobo to go to Gambia. My hotel and everything was taken care of. That's a lot of money. Again, I met Dr. Natalie. After I met Dr. Natalie, of course, I met Obaloluwa. And usually when I do my presentations, I could not get the E part of it together. I usually send it to my children. They will do all the presentations. You know, I would do longhand writing, then they will put it in slides form to me. But when we had the last ISWA Congress in Cape Town in South Africa, the time difference was so much, I was driving everybody crazy. Now I have a new friend, Obaloluwa, has helped me with at least 3 slides, and I'm good to go without my children. And he's there, you know, pushing the slides as I'm talking. I'm pushing the slides, and we were on the earpiece together. All I'm saying is that there is great opportunity for people to help you and to grow you, and for you to reciprocate. So please, let's continue to help each other, invite each other, and invest in our industry. Thank you.
So we're presenting copies of Cityscope Africa magazine to you. Welcome.
Okay, thank you everyone for your patience so far. So we're going to take 2 more pictures. A quick one, all the awardees one more time, together with Madam Princess Feikemi and Madam Margaret. So let everyone, all the awardees please, so that they would be, yes. If you have your award with you, let's just take a quick one. Thank you.
Tell me where you day. Lati Saturday. I go meet you there. Cause I miss you every day.
Mr. Babatunde.
Call me any day. I'll be on my way. I'm one call away. No matter this is. Girl, I'm not sure. Keep my action. Don't get too much. I love you with passion. Jessica, Jennifer, Mami Lasha. I will be like no more fornication. You don't know, baby, my son. Girl, I want some. I said, now you, only you, I want the sanction. Yeah, I'm all yakpa for my catalog, when I only you, where I want for my mansion. Girl, I'm not here to the confuse you. Girl, I'm only here to the convince you. That I love and I need and I miss you. Me, I love your body and your melodies. Follow me, go, give me ginger. Taking me high with my energy. I never love you, finish you. Don't leave me, oh, Roma. Baby, let me take you to Ibiza. Let me put a ring around your finger. If you make the memory to linger, I will give you anything you want. If I go jet and I go galant, I no go fear. You do me tumba, but I don't care. I mean my feelings and I just want to make you know. Tell me where you did.
Okay, so everyone, please come take a picture. Let's join them. Thank you so much. Your patience, your time.
I'll be on my way. I'm one call away. No matter this, girl, I'm not sure. Give my action. Done it too much. I love you with passion. Jessica, Jennifer, Pamela, Shaw. I wish to be like no more fornication. You don't know, baby, my son. Girl, I want some. I said, now you, only you, I want the sanction. Yeah, I'm all yakpa for my catalog. When I only you, where I want for my mansion. Angelina, you dey cool in my temperature. If you call, I go come deliver. I no go fall in your hand never. So now me you could love forever. I'm a cocky no feeble letter. I'm a Angelina, with my Angelina. Oh me all down. Anytime when I see you for the club or the television, your body. Sure you know say the thing when you carry 50 kill somebody. You know I feel a vibe, you feel a vibe, so baby whine about me. Yeah, and I know you shy, but it's cool when we're making love. On the low, 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 on the low. I wanna be in your life until the night is over. I wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. It's been a hell of a ride, but every single moment you were there by my side. Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel whole. Whenever I'm lonely, you're there for my soul. Wherever you are, girl, that's where I call my own. Whenever you doubt it, I'll be letting you know. Oh, girl, I want to be dancing with you forever. You see through the storm and take me as I am. Baby, it's magic anytime that we're together. I'll make I just love you and hold you for my hand. Hold you for my hand, hold you for my hand. Hold you for my hand. Over and over again, yeah, my love is burning, babe. Feels like time is frozen and the night is for us. We're alone again, every moment's golden, yeah. Feelings I've been holding in, it must be love. Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel whole. Whenever I'm lonely, you're there for my soul. Wherever you are, girl, that's where I call my own. Whenever you doubt it, I'll be letting you know. Oh, girl, I want to be dancing with you forever. You see through the storm and take me as I am. Baby, it's magic anytime that we're together.